With these items, Cyberware upgrades, player build, and a player level near 50, you can easily clear the secret final mission, which is the hardest possible mission in the game, with enemies that are a high threat at any level below 50, and you can do this on very hard difficulty. I'll be going over attribute level and street cred requirements for all these items and also explain how they synergize. In general, you'll need both high body and tech ability attribute levels for this build. This core build will help you take down enemies quickly and without having to expose yourself to enemy fire. It'll also allow you to self-heal like no other, keeping you alive in the times where you do take hits to your health. Keep in mind that all the gameplay of this build that you will see in this video is on very hard difficulty and for the most part has enemies that are at an equal level to my character. First, I'll cover the 3 circulatory system cyberware upgrades you'll want. The legendary Biomonitor can be purchased at the Aldecaldo's Ripper Dock once you have a street cred of 43 and requires a body attribute level of 18 to use. The Aldecaldo's Ripper Dock will be found in the East Badlands if you haven't completed Panam's storyline, but if you did, you'll find the new camp in the northeast region of the map. The Biomonitor will instantly restore you to 100% health when you drop to 15% of your maximum health and has a 120-second cooldown. The second heart can be purchased from the Ripper Dock in Southwest Haywood at a street cred level of 49 and requires a body attribute level of 16 to use. It's similar to the Biomonitor in that it heals you to 100% health. The difference is that it activates upon dying or hitting 0 health. It also has a cooldown of 120 seconds. You can get the legendary feedback circuit from this Ripper Dock located in northern Kabuki Market. It requires a tech ability attribute level of 15 to use and heals you for 10% of your max health for every projectile that hits an enemy from a charged weapon. If you locked yourself out of this Ripper Dock, the Ripper Dock with the second heart upgrade has an epic version of this feedback circuit, which requires a tech attribute level of 12 to use. The second heart and Biomonitor will basically give you 2 extra lives every 2 minutes, and the feedback circuit will allow you to constantly heal yourself through hitting enemies with charged tech weapons. The legendary or epic synaptic signal optimizer upgrade for the skeleton cyberware can both be purchased at the Ripper Dock located in southern Westbrook. The legendary version increases health by 60% and requires a body attribute level of 20, and the epic version increases health by 50% and only requires a body attribute level of 15. These will just serve to further improve your health and increase the value of those 3 circulatory system cyberwares. They all heal for a percentage of your max health, so having more health just makes them that much more potent. So that's the core cyberware build that'll give you tons of second chances in combat for when you mess up and take a bunch of damage. Now let's talk about, in my opinion, the best weapon in the game, the legendary DR12 Quasar Tech Revolver, and how to maximize its potential. While the Quasar has the highest damage output, if you can find and upgrade an epic DP2 Satara to max level and use it with the feedback circuit, it actually gives you the best survivability and makes taking on the NCPD on very hard surprisingly easy. I'll show a location of a Cyber Psycho encounter where 2 epic DB2 Sataras can be found and where I got the one that I currently use. The legendary feedback circuit is supposed to heal you by 10% health for every charged shot with a weapon, but I think it actually heals 10% for every charged projectile that hits an enemy. The DB2 shoots 14 projectiles at a time, so it can heal up to 140% health per shot. This may make it the toughest build in the game. Also, you can easily buff the damage of the shotgun by investing perk points into the Annihilation skill tree, since you will already have that high body attribute level. Back to the Tech Revolver, the only way I know of getting a legendary Quasar is through crafting it. If you can level up your crafting skill tree to 18, you'll automatically unlock the crafting specs for this insanely strong gun. You can level up your crafting the honest way like I did, or you can use one of the many guide videos on how to instantly max out your crafting skill tree here on YouTube. I won't judge you either way. That being said, crafted versions of this gun will often come with increased crit chance, crit damage, and headshot damage multiplier stats. The higher your overall character level, the higher level and therefore stronger your crafted weapons will be. You can see my DR12 Quasar here for level 50, and it boasts some insane overall stats, like a 60% base crit chance, a 246% boost to crit damage, and a 6.6 headshot multiplier, as well as a charge damage multiplier of 3. All of these add up to some truly insane damage outputs. It basically always crits, and body shots can deal in the 20 to 60,000 damage range when fully charged, and headshots can reach upwards of 500,000 damage when charged up. This Tech Revolver is also unique in that it only needs to charge up once, and then shortly after it begins firing in full auto, each shot of the 20 round clip being fully charged. It's a little difficult to aim when firing in full auto, but can completely decimate a room of enemies. However, you can also charge and release individual shots when trying to be more accurate. I might have forgotten to mention this, but tech weapons can also shoot through walls when you charge them up. This allows you to destroy your enemies without leaving yourself open to getting hit. First, to maximize the damage and wall penetrating potential of this tech revolver, you'll want to get a list of perks in the engineering skill tree. Here is the list, and you'll find this skill tree under the tech ability attribute. Basically, just go for any perk that has tech weapon in the description. Second, and this part is really important, you'll want to get some key cyberware upgrades from Doc Vic. Now to shop from him, you'll need to first pay him back, but if you can afford all the other cyberwares in this video, then money probably isn't an issue. What you'll want from Doc Victor is the Kiroshi Optics Mk.3, and then if you go over to his other tab, you'll want both the trajectory analysis mod for the eyes, which increases headshot damage by 50%, and especially the threat detector mod. The reason why this mod is so powerful with tech weapons is that it highlights and allows you to see enemies through walls when they can detect you. Since enemies will always be detecting you while in combat, it allows you to always see enemies through walls, making it very easy to hit them through walls with this tech revolver. And you'll be surprised by both the amount and thickness of walls that you can hit enemies through when you use this revolver and have invested into all the tech weapon perks. The only other improvement to tech weapons you can get would be with the bonuses you get for leveling up your engineering skill tree. My previous video is a guide on how to do just that, and I think you all will find it quite useful. When all is said and done, you should basically have a gun that can easily one-shot most enemies through walls, all of which will be constantly highlighted and visible through those walls. And on the odd occasions where exposing yourself to enemy fire is necessary or unavoidable, you will have 2 extra lives and lots of health to work with thanks to the circulatory system and skeleton cyberware upgrades. You shouldn't even need the Biomonitor or second heart with this tech revolver setup, but they are there just in case you do. On top of this, if you have a high reflexes attribute, you can also invest into perks in the handgun skill tree to further augment the power of the DR12 Quasar. I messed up allocating my attribute points early on in the game, so I don't have a very high reflexes attribute, and another great part of having high reflexes is that you can equip a Sandivistant cyberware upgrade to your operating system slot, which allows you to slow down time and makes it much easier to aim and hit enemies with the tech revolver while it's firing in full auto. Depending on where you allocate your other attribute points, there's a plethora of potential cyberware and perk combinations to improve your efficiency in combat. But this is just the core build that has helped me handle some of the toughest encounters in the game on very hard difficulty with relative ease. I have a video that covers all the Ripper dogs in the game and the notable cyberware and mods that each sells, which I'll leave at the end screen of this video if you're interested. You can also head over to my channel where all those videos are hanging out. And if you're new, consider subscribing. You're helping me feed my cat. Her name's Marshmallow. Have a great day. If you're here today, have a great weekend and a happy new year. And as always, thanks for watching.